Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to episode number 10 of The Public Affair. I'm really grateful for all you guys' support once again. Big shout out to Rogue Media Network for producing, Mike Hamilton. This whole thing wouldn't be possible without him. Everybody for your likes, shares, comments, everything. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much for supporting this project, and I can't believe we're already on episode 10. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to, of course, some of our sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Francisco and Sons, Israel Salazar. They're a local welding company that focuses on carports, metal buildings, fences, and more. So if you guys need anything or any work of the sorts done, make sure you contact them and tell them that Andrew G with the Public Affairs sent you. I also want to give a big shout out to Midway Nutrition, Marcos Guerrero, who's the person behind that company. They're located on Hewitt Drive. They sell meal replacement shakes. So if you're like in the, mood to start a diet or you want to get healthy or whatever, make sure you hit up Marcos. My favorite is, of course, the Honey Nut Cheerio, like I say all the time because it's delicious, darling. They got tons of different flavors as well. Big shout out also to Waco Nutrition, their sister company, which is on Spate. I want to give a shout out to Cool Dreams Services, Ashley and David Sanchez. They're Cool Dreams Waco on Facebook. They're a local heating and AC company that also specializes in spraying foam insulation. So make sure you guys call Cool Dreams Waco for all your HVAC needs, for sure. Thank you guys for reaching out. Cedar Spheres, Zihad Halabi, who reached out to me. They're a digital marketing company. Make sure if you guys are starting a business or anything and you need some digital marketing, make sure you contact Cedar Sphere. And Zihad, thank you so much for reaching out to sponsor The Public Affair. Arjon Painting, or Arjon Painting, se habla español. They're a local family-owned painting company that specializes in residential homes, both interior and exterior. Best quality guaranteed, and they got a pretty good warranty as well. Juan, thank you for reaching out to sponsor The Public Affair as well. Texas Contractor Insurance with Nancy Pulsini. They specialize in insurance for businesses such as carpentry, landscaping, plumbing, handyman, things of the sorts. Make sure you guys hit up Nancy for all your business insurance inquiries. Nancy, love you, darling. Thank you for sponsoring The Public Affair. So, without further ado, I was told before we started the show that I had to keep my hands to myself because my hands be all over the place, but it's really hard when I got these guys in here, right? And they said that I can call this episode Menage a Trois, darling. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my barbers, Sid Rodriguez and Marcos Guerrero. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Did you want me to say Marcos Guerrero? No, right? You told me that I wanted to say it in Spanish, so.
Yeah, a little more Spanish.
Okay, I got you.
Maybe
but you don't even speak Spanish, so it's nothing, right?
I'm trying.
He just like the way it sounds.
Right? He likes the way I say it. It's very sophisticated. So Sid is the owner of Elite Barbershop in Hewitt Drive. He's also one of my sponsors. And Marcus is his right-hand man. Is that fair to say? Like,
yes,
you've been with him since the beginning.
Yep.
Since you guys were shout out to what was the barbershop you guys came from?
Stefan
at Golden Shear. Yes, you guys. That's where you guys started from. So of course, thank you guys for coming on and being part of episode 10. I'm trying to keep my hands to myself here. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so of course, I wine and dine all my guests when they come onto The Public Affair, and their requests were simple. They wanted a 6-pack of Dos Equis. Why the Dos Equis, guys?
I mean, that's just the go-to beer, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of just feels like just hanging out with the fellas, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm one of the fellas, right?
It's kind of definitely,
I'm definitely invited to the carne asada for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I also want to give a shout out to Fat Boy Micheladas and Botanas and Serrano's Carnita. So I ate all my toppings on the way over here. I spilled some of the michelada in my car, so now my car smells like michelada. But they donated some of this for you guys to try, and I really want to give a shout out to them. So thank you, Fat. These micheladas were bomb, right? Man, what did I tell you? Bomb. We haven't tried the carne asada. Yes.
A lot of
flavor. What do you think about it, Marcus?
Man, it's really good. Definitely gonna get another one.
Yeah, you gotta hit them up for sure. And then Serrano's Carnita, they gave me a shirt. I kind of want to show it real quick. I didn't wear it. My hat fell. But they gave me this really cute shirt. So thank you, Serrano's Carnita. I really appreciate it. I'm really scared to try the carne seca because it's really spicy and I'm sweating already. So
we'll let Marcus try it.
We'll let Marcus try it because Marcus said he's been waiting for some spicy meat when he came on The Public Affair. They know his problem.
He's blushing. He's blushing.
Are you blushing, Marcus? Stop this. No, I don't want any of Michelle's problem. Michelle's your wife, and she looks like she'll kick some ass. So I'm not trying to do all that.
She don't want those problems.
No, well, thank you guys again for being on the show. It was when I started The Public Affair, I knew that I wanted to reach out to you guys to come on. part of it was to give locals exposure for their businesses and endeavors. So I really appreciate you guys coming on for sure.
I appreciate you inviting us and being able to share this moment with Marcus,
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, man, he's my right-hand man. So
Marcus is excited, aren't you?
Very excited.
Yeah. Didn't you say you listen to podcasts?
Oh, yeah. I listen to Joe Rogan, like Drink Champs. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, and you listen to the Public Affair as well, right?
Definitely.
That's all I listen to.
Thank you,
with
Sid.
the
Wow,
Public Affair.
Marcus, you can actually go ahead and leave.
That's
Okay, so we've known each other for quite a while. I'd say about almost 2 years.
2 years,
give or take, yeah. And I feel like we've really been we've always helped each other, I guess, as far as promotion. I always try to give you guys little shout outs. I definitely have been one of my favorite barbers that I've had.
We appreciate
Definitely
Shout out to all the other barbers as well.
Yeah,
but I definitely think that I look very smoking hot whenever I get a haircut from Sid.
Oh yeah.
So
it's like this this picture on Facebook that I seen, and it's like once you get a haircut, you got like this 6-pack and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's me for sure.
So.
I already have a 6-pack already, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah,
I got the 6-pack right here. The Dos
okay.
Equis.
I need to pop open the Dos Equis too, but I gotta drink more of this water, darling.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't you guys tell everybody, for who doesn't know you, tell us who you guys are. We'll start with Sid, and then we can go to Marcus.
So my name is Isidro Rodriguez. I go by Sid. That's what everybody knows me by. I'm the owner of Elite Barbershop in Hewitt, Texas. We're located on 135 North Hewitt Drive, Suite 111. I'm originally from South Waco. Waco.
So sorry.
Yeah, so I was raised here. I was actually born in San Benito, Texas.
Oh.
That's actually a little small town by the border.
Oh, okay.
So I was born over there and raised over here in Waco all my life. So
you guys have to mind my sweating because have you seen them? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Why do you think I go to the barbershop every week?
Yeah, that's why we cut you off. Remember?
Okay. Oh, Sid does not let me. Sid doesn't let me drink when I get my haircut, right? Well, I start talking too much shit, and then I start sweating too much, and then you constantly having. He brought a rag out. That was offensive when you bought that rag out. He was stabbing me, you little ass.
Yeah. Hey, man, it just gets tough. It gets tough cutting the hair when the hair is sticking to your head. So.
Whatever. I still look great, darling.
We gotta cut you off. But every now and then we let you slide with one, though, right?
Yeah. No. Yes, you do. Yes. Sometimes. Yes. If it's Bud Light, then yes. Or White Claw.
Oh, White Claw. That's
it.
I love White Claw. Whatever. Don't do White Claw. I fucking love that shit, man.
I'll pass on that one.
Okay.
Tastes like water.
Marcus, what about you, man? Tell us a little bit about you.
From the Lacey Lakeview area.
Woo.
I was driving trucks, then decided to go to barber school. That's where I met Sid, Interstate Barber School, and then we got to talking. We had a lot of, we just connected so good. Like he had a daughter the same age, around the same age. Family guy. That was me going to school, working. He knew what it was like. And coincidentally, he was living in the Hewitt area. I was moving to the Hewitt area.
Shout out to Hewitt. That's where I live.
Yep.
Right. So and then I followed him to Golden Shear, and then he got his own shop, and then I was right there.
You know what's so crazy? Okay, so my friend, shout out to Zay Cabral. I know he's gonna get so mad at me. Zay Cabral. He went to Interstate Barber School as well, and I was going over there to get my haircut. And I remember meeting Sid there. But how did I miss Marcus?
He wasn't there yet.
Oh no,
you weren't there yet. Oh, okay, cool.
He finished maybe a year before I got it.
I mean, I've been 2 years. Yeah, I've been a barber for 2 years, professional. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, so that's where I started. And you know what's so funny about that story? So Zay was cutting my hair. He was on the little come up, right? Yeah. He just started. No, he didn't just start as a barber, but I was like, I had a barber before him, and I said, okay, one of my close friends is cutting hair now. I kind of have to go to him, right?
Yeah.
And so he was like a little. He'll tell you that this is true too. He was a little nervous about me coming to the Interstate Barber School because I'm Andrew motherfucking G, right? So, and I don't shy away from that. Yeah, that's gonna be my new name. I gotta coin it. But he was like, man, don't be going in there acting, this and that, blah, blah. Those guys are hard, and this and that. I was like, Zay, I'm just gonna be me. Like, relax. I'm gonna get a fucking haircut, okay? I'll be there for an hour and I'm out, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So I did, and then I feel like when I went, everybody really liked me.
Yeah, it was. Very live, man.
It was different.
When he walked in, I mean, just as soon as he walked in the door, it was like everything. Like everybody knew Andrew G. I didn't even know who Andrew G was.
Well, I don't know how word got on that I was on Power 108, and then like all the barbers heard that. I mean, immediately everybody was in my DMs.
Yeah.
So everybody was in my DMs like, hey, what do I got to do to get my name out there? I want some promotion. I'm about to be. I was like, yo, I can't do. Well, now we have the public affairs, so now we can do that, right? But so he was nervous, and then when I was done, I was like, do you see how everybody just kind of like was okay with me? Nobody gave a fuck. You know what I mean? And
Nah.
so, and then and then he was all right, you can come back whenever.
Yeah.
So I had to have like permission to go to the fucking interstate barber school, you know? But yeah, shout out to Zay Cabral. I haven't
it was definitely, you definitely brightened it up when you walked in. I mean,
so basically you just dropped your old barber and went to see him.
Well, no. Okay, so the story behind that.
I'm starting to sweat now.
Why you do? Ooh,
Put him on
don't
the
do
spot.
me on my own. I'll tell the story.
Man.
Zay will agree. There was a part. Zay was my old barber before Sid, and Zay at one point stopped cutting hair for whatever reason. Like he just like was taking a break or something. And so I come to Elite Barbershop every week, right?
Yes.
Because it's like Judge Judy says, dumb or what is it? Dumb is forever and. What do I always say?
I don't know. I ain't watched Judge Judy.
Anyway, Judge Judy says something that says, brains. So anyway, Zay, my hands. Zay stopped cutting hair, and I was actually looking for a new barber because I go every week to get my hair cut, and I can't just wait for you to decide, or whatever he was going through, or whatever he stopped. No shade, like I love Zay, but I was like, okay, well I'm gonna find a new barber. How do you feel about that? He was like, cool. I was living in North Waco at the time. And, I was looking for a new barber, and it was between Sid and this guy Joe Cuts. Shout out to Joe Cuts.
Shout out Joe Cuts.
Yeah, Joe Cuts is very good, and I will say when I went to the barber school, I always looked at you, and I always looked at Joe Cuts. But besides the fact because you guys are like easy on the eyes, I was like, but they did really good jobs. You know what I mean? And Zay did a really good job too. And so I was like, okay, well I'm gonna get a new barber, and I was already moving back to Hewitt, so that's why I went with Sid because he was in Hewitt already at the Golden Shear, and at that time it was just you and Stefan. Yeah. And so, and I almost went to Joe Cuts. I wonder if he would have liked me as a client.
Joe Cuts gets along with everybody.
Joe's cool. Yeah, I like Joe. But so Joe, if you're watching, I definitely would almost had you. I'm sorry. God forbid anything ever happens to Sid, I'm coming. Okay.
Oh yes.
So that was the story behind that, and then I followed you from there, and I don't regret the decision. I mean, Zay is actually cutting hair now. I forgot what's the barbershop.
Next
Generation.
Yeah.
And so I talk to him every once in a while. We don't talk as often anymore, but I hope he's doing well. Actually, we talked a few weeks ago. I was gonna help him move, but I couldn't help him move. And he said it's probably best for you to stay home. Check out episode 6 of The Public Affair, right? He didn't want no fights in front of his house. And I can't fight. So anyway, okay. So moving on. What was life growing up for you guys? So you pretty much grew up in South Waco, and you grew up in Lacey Lakeview. Mm-hmm. To me, it's kind of the same thing. And so
it's Waco.
It's Waco, yeah. Waco. So what was life growing up for you like?
I mean, just growing up. I mean, single mom.
Okay.
So she basically did everything to provide for us.
Love your mom.
Oh yeah, most
She's
definitely.
Cool.
That's the queen. That's the queen right there.
That's La Reina.
Yeah.
La Reina del Sur.
Yeah. So I mean, we grew up, went to school. She provided for just whatever we could. Got us through school.
Yeah.
After school, we didn't have the funds to go to college or anything.
Right.
So, and I just slacked on applying for scholarships and stuff. So. I went straight to working full time. 2 years later, I joined the Army. I did one contract there.
The Army?
The Army, yeah.
That's darling.
Army strong. Yeah, but
I love Army, man.
So I mean, I did my contract there. Got out 3 months earlier.
Yeah.
And I mean, just big shout out to the government.
The
government, the Army. I mean, got me to where I'm at now.
Right.
Went to school, did the school thing, went to TSCC, got my associates. Worked that. I was doing the OSHA, did that for 7 months.
Right.
And I mean, I'm more of a people person, so I was just like, barbering's where's that?
That's what's up.
We was living in Hewitt already, and having to drive from Hewitt to Waco, sometimes 9, 10 o'clock at night. I mean, I was like. And I want to get my license. I want to get my barber's license, and eventually move to the Hewitt area and open up a barbershop in Hewitt. So,
yeah.
And now here we are building a team out here.
That was crazy too. Like, because I feel like you were at Golden Shear for 5 minutes. I mean, that felt like 5 minutes, and I loved going to the Golden Shear too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was there for a little over a year. So
yeah,
I was there, and he was like, "Oh, I'm looking about a year and a half," and it was like 3 months later, "Hey, I'm getting my own shop." I'm like.
Yeah, we was actually working out.
Oh, really? Were you working out or were you working out?
No, we was actually at the Y, and I mean, everything just kind of fell through. Everything just.
It sounded in my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So everything just kind of fell in place.
Yeah.
And I remember just this one morning. I mean, like I said, we was working out, and we get to the Y. 'Cause that's where we was working out.
Yeah.
And. you know, I just kind of just told him, I was like, hey man, I'm about to open up my own shop.
Sweet.
And I mean, he's just
he was
like,
on
man,
board.
he got a spot for me, man. And I was like, cool, let's do it.
That's what's up. Okay. Now, Marcus, before I proceed about life growing up for you and your journey to becoming a barber, I do want to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors of the public affair, of course. Little Angels Waco, Jose and Rochelle Villa. They rent out bounce houses, water slides, and they have jelly blasters, which are like, they look so amazing. He sets up the whole thing like a paintball field, and you can go play with the jelly blasters. They're like paintball, except they're water based, low impact, no mess, unlimited ammo, and he sets up the whole arena for you. That looks mad. So we're gonna do that. Make sure you hit up Little Angels Waco on the number on the
talked to
screen.
him already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to get the feel of it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in. He sent me a video. I'm so in. So make sure you guys hit Little Angels Waco, Jose and Rochelle Villa, the number on the screen. I promise to hook you up. And of course, I got to give another shout out to my people at Fat Boy Michelada and Botana and Serrano's Carnita, Junior Banda and Miguel Serrano. Thank you guys so much. They actually donated some micheladas for us today and some carne seca, and it's bomb. I haven't tried the carne seca just yet. I did last time and it was mad lit. So make sure you guys go check them out. They work together to bring you the best micheladas, Botana and carne seca, locally operated. Make sure you call them for parties, or if you just want some for yourself on a Friday night, why not, right? Yeah. And as they say, darling, get the best, not the rest. So, Marcus, let's go ahead and continue. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what life was like for you growing up and all the way leading up to the events of you becoming a barber?
Growing up, my parents divorced when I was like 5. We were living in a little small town called Morgan, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So
I know where Morgan is.
Yeah, my dad's from the Meridian area. My mom really didn't want me to grow up around there, so we moved to Waco.
Okay.
And I was going to South Waco, and then it came to a time where I had to choose University or Waco High. She was like, "You're not going to Waco school," so she moved me to Lacey Lakeview to go to Conley. Went to school there. Graduated. My mom moved to Tampa, Florida, so I moved to Tampa, Florida for a couple years. First time out there, I loved it. It was a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Italians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans.
And we were fine, right?
It was everything.
Y'all need some alone time.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta leave.
Marcus knows what's popping. Okay, if there was no such thing as his wife Michelle, and I met Michelle, and me and her, I love her. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's tough.
Michelle's tough, and I do not want those problems. So that's why I know my limits. I'm like, fuck that. You know what I mean? But Marcus. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Moved back to Waco, driving trucks, and then just one day I was like, I'm just tired of using my body. It was getting tiring. Let me try something different. So my wife kept pushing me to do barber, and I was like, at the time I was like, that's a young man's game. I'm too old.
Were you cutting hair on the side already?
I always cut my own hair, and I might cut family members or
right. But you never were just in your garage like cutting hair.
No, never that.
Yeah,
so I had a good idea of it, but I'm catching on pretty quick, so it's going good.
Okay, yeah. So it was pretty much easier. I used to live in Hialeah. Do you know where Hialeah is in Florida? I want to say it's about 4 hours from, I don't know, so many hours away from Tampa, and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Everybody thinks living in Miami is like fun. No, it's not. I couldn't.
use in Miami. Okay.
Yeah, it was like Miami-Dade County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I went to Hialeah High School for like a few months. I could not stand it. Oh my god, I hated it. I loved it when we moved out.
I loved it. I mean, it was just the diversity. I just loved it, man. You had everything.
Well, no, I gotta appreciate diversity too. Man. I mean, I went to Midway, and I would say at the time it was really diverse. Now it's extra diverse. It's crazy. Very. But moving from I guess New York to Florida wasn't a hard transition, but from Florida to Texas, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm so fucking. What did I do? You know what I mean?
Surrounded by Mexicans.
I love it. I'm surrounded by Mexicans, and I love it. Mexicans have been a new breed for me. I'm like, what is this?
That's what it was when I was up there with Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Colombia. It was different.
But you never learned to speak Spanish? Because in Florida, when I lived in Florida, everybody spoke only Spanish. And at the time, I did not speak Spanish. So that was hard to kind of maneuver through.
That's something I got to get around to.
Yeah.
Seems like he's going to help me with that. So
yeah.
We tried.
It's easy, right?
I just started talking Spanish in like 5 years. So
yeah. I taught myself Spanish as well.
I met my wife, and my mother-in-law, she just talks Spanish. So I mean, if I had to gain her trust and stuff, I mean, I had to talk whatever little Spanish, Spanglish
My best friend Jaime, his wife, you know Jaime Gutierrez.
Yeah.
His wife speaks Spanish, and so I pretty much kind of learned when I figured out she was coming. And I mean, I was learning already, but I knew I wanted to learn even more because I wanted to communicate with her.
Learn even more when you were like Junction and Alessandro.
What? When I was in Junction, I was trying to take some people home. What?
that's when you really talk your Spanish.
Yeah, sure was. I was fluent in Spanish at Junction 84.
At the cup of Kobe.
Like, oye, pa, ¿qué está haciendo?
That's Puerto Rican, man.
Yeah. Vamos pa' acá. Okay, anyway, man. You guys are terrible. Why you gotta put my little business out there like that?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Okay. So, it was so great. Last year you had the, and I told you I was gonna bring this up because this is fucking awesome. Okay. So if I haven't mentioned it 100 times, I'm gonna mention it 101 times. I work for Power 108 as well. And so last year you reached out to us to do your free haircut event.
Yes.
And that's something that that was your first time doing that yourself, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay. So, you reached out to Power 108 so we can come out there, do some promotion, and do a remote. So,
it was actually basically just the back to school bash.
Yes.
Not just just haircuts, but just something that me and my buddy David Santabanez.
Shout out David. He's too. He's
shout out. So
no homo, David. No homo. But anyway, I give credit where credit's due. Is that wrong? That's not wrong, right? No, it's not fucking wrong. Okay, if you're hot, it's called bitch hot. Well, that's okay. You know what I mean? You got big titties, like that's fine. But if I call a dude hot, that's gay. I'm not even gay. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Hey.
Go ahead.
But I mean, it's just something that we just kind of came up with, and,
right?
I mean, it actually exceeded what we thought was gonna be.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why I loved it.
Yeah, I know why you loved it.
That was an eventful. First of all, okay. Shout out to the realty the place that let us Alinea. Alinea. Oh my God, I've been saying Alinea for a year.
Yeah.
Nobody corrected me. Alinea let us use their building.
You can't change.
Okay. I was trying to speak it in Spanish. Shut up. So, well, we had the event, right? Going off without a hitch. It was great. There was that one person. I don't want to name her name because she's getting a lot of attention, or she did get a lot of attention. She was a bigger, and I didn't see you there, by the way. I did not see you.
He was actually next to me.
Were you?
Yeah, I was next to him.
I was a sweating hot ass mess. Anyway, like
it was hot in there.
It was hot as fuck.
Man, it was crazy.
You guys had the food. It was crazy, but it was a really good event. Yeah. Remember that one lady we had to kick out?
I don't remember.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me tell you guys. Holy shit balls. There was a lady there with all her kids, and she was like being very loud and erratic the whole time, but I didn't really pay attention to it. And I was doing a raffle because my voice is very loud is what they say, and so they wanted me to do the raffles, and I was like, okay, I have no problem with that. And the whole time she's standing next to me and constantly tugging on my arm, and I'm like, what do you want? You know what I mean? And she's just like, oh, can my kids do this and can my kids do that? I'm like, I don't want to fuck with your kids. Like, leave me alone.
I do remember when you did that, because that was one of the things that I heard out of everything that was going on. I mean, I was just there just cutting. All I heard was, what? And I was like, what's going on?
First of all, I was in my zone, so I'm trying to work, right?
Yeah.
And they're asking me to do something, and I'm there to like, service to you guys. Pause. And so she's like antagonizing me, and I'm just like, lady, you have got to like step away. And then the whole time she was like really yelling at her kids and like hitting them and shit, like being real. And it wasn't that kind of event. Like, you could have went outside, and Jose Villa was there. He was playing with he had the bounce houses out there. You could have went outside and did all that shit. But I think she was just kind of there to get all the free shit.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's what it's for.
I mean, she came with 10 kids, they said, right?
She came with a plus.
She tried to say she had 10 kids. Okay. But I mean, it was like 5 or 6 of them that were there, and they I mean, from what I was told, they was just trying to say, hey, you got to have all 10 kids here. It's not, we're not just gonna give you 10 backpacks, 10 supplies.
Absolutely, and I saw her walking out with some boxes of pizza too. I was like, "You fucking bitch!"
Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't know nothing. I mean, we there just cut in, and all I remember was my sisters just come up like, "Hey, they just had to kick somebody out," and I'm like, "What's going on?"
I didn't even know until after everything. The crazy thing is a guy was giving away shoes, a raffle, and she's the one that won.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I heard that story too. We're going to get into that in just a second. But somebody she came up to me later on that day, and she was like, sir, can you go ahead and talk to that woman's being real ugly to me. Mind you, I don't work for Alinea. Yeah. That's how you say it. Alinea. Yeah. Okay.
Alinea.
Yeah. Oh my God, forgive me. Alinea. And so It turns out it was the owner or the manager, whoever of Alinea.
The owner.
I was like, it was the owner, the lady?
Yeah, I think
blonde hair. Okay, yeah. And she was like, that lady's being real ugly to me and my kids. And I was like, I'm not the person to talk to. So I pointed to David. I said, that's the person you go talk to over there. I'm not fucking with all that. And then some minutes later, they ended up kicking her out of the event. And I was like, oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. Like, because here's my problem. And y'all are going to hate me for this, guys. I am not a charitable person, really. Like, because I feel like there's people who do charity out of the goodness of their hearts, but there's more people who do it for clout and attention. And I feel like y'all's event was legit. Yeah. And I loved being a part of that. Absolutely. Because haircuts are expensive. And
we didn't get nothing out of it. It was
it
was just a love for
But then you got
community.
people like that girl who come and have to take advantage. Yeah. And I hate that. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I don't participate.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's like, you never know what they're going through. Or they might need it more than what we do, Well,
like she was currently all over Facebook being a hot ass mess. So I know
there's more videos and stuff.
And I hope she doesn't come find me to kick my ass either. Because everybody wants to kick my ass now. Yeah. I don't know. Episode 10 of the Public Affair. It's only going to get more. You
got a big support group that probably back you up. I don't know that would back you up.
I do. My friends like to exercise their Second Amendment rights. And they have guns. Yeah. I'm looking for a head of security as well. Oh, wow. And I said on my last episode, this girl Chastity Standifer, she's going to be the head of my security because she's about 5 foot tall, but she's fucking ferocious. Yeah. And so, and I told Esther's anyway. So was there any inspirations for you guys to become barber? Oh, no, wait, the shoes. We got to talk about the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Before we continue, I have to throw the shoes in there. So from what I understand, and I don't know how true this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? From what I understand, she won the shoes. And this is another reason why I was telling you I hate shit like this. Yeah. She won the shoes. They went to what? The shoe store, Foot Locker or something.
She got to choose a store and choose any shoes she wanted.
Right. Yeah. And so from what I understand, and correct me, she was telling the kid, pick the most expensive shoe because you get to have whatever shoe. And then she went back to try to return it to get the cash.
No.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear
from what I heard was that it was... she was telling the kid wanted a specific shoe. Right. But the mom was telling her to pick a more expensive shoe so that she could go back later on, get the receipt, go back later on and exchange the shoes to, I don't know what she was going to do with them, but
to get the money, obviously.
Get the money, but exchange the shoes, get more shoes instead of just one. I don't know. That's just what I heard, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, I look at people like that's life, and whenever I feel like my life is a little bit on the shitter, I'm just like, oh, that's not as bad as that. So I'm good.
I think the same way too,
everybody's always going to have it worse than you.
Just blessed. Like, not everybody, but they're going to have those people, those families that need it the most.
Well, you're always gonna have that one person that kind of ruin it for, kind of make it.
But
bad name.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do it big this year. But
man, they came out. He was like, yeah, can you help me out for some free cuts? Yeah, I'll get up there and you got the news, you got the bouncy house, you got the water slide.
First of all, we was kind of running late, but
it was crazy.
But y'all also had Andrew. Y'all also had Andrew motherfucking G there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was doing my thing. That's where I met Jose and Rochelle. Anyway,
even though you was all sweating and stuff,
I was sweating hot ass. It was hot in there. It was fucking hot in there. Let me tell you something. I ate my ass off. And I told you next time you do something like that, I'm buying the hot dogs.
Hey, but next year though. Next year,
I'm in charge of the hot dogs. Because I don't buy bar as now.
Hey, we buy the Sam stuff, man. By the bulk.
Anyway,
by the bulk.
Moving on.
We get about 200 hot dogs for like $80.
Buy. I'll sleep with somebody in the deli department and get them cheaper.
Unfortunately, you can do that too.
Did that one time.
But unfortunately, we couldn't do it again this year. We did a small one though, just us in the shop.
Okay.
We had a student, come and help out with the couple of the cuts too. Right. We did a little over 20, and then we just kind of put it out there, did a raffle, and just selected just a lottery style, and we got a little over 20 kids in and out.
That's what's up.
Hopefully next year, everything's done. Right. And we was already planning it already. Right. And I think it was bigger than last year.
COVID. Oh my God.
We did. We did. What was it? 82 cuts, haircuts. Shout out to all the stylists that helped out too with the back to school bash. The stylists. It wasn't just barbers.
Oh yeah, there was two girls there. I saw.
We had some students there. Yeah. We had barbers. We had.
They were hot too. The girls
barbers.
Were hot. They were hot. Yeah.
But we had some stylists there too, and we did 82 total.
That's what's up.
82 total. Gave out 100 backpacks.
Yeah.
Filled with supplies.
Didn't you hate it when we had to stop getting haircuts for like that whole month?
Man.
Oh my God, I was going fucking crazy.
I mean, my wife cut my hair. She did a damn good job.
I was so
bro.
mad.
A damn good job.
Okay, well, you know what? Okay, so this leads me to my next question. When that was happening, okay, I saw a lot of barbers being upset at the fact that people were asking them to cut their hair on the low. And the barbers were kind of going on social media and saying, if you're going to be that person, delete me because my health is more important and blah, blah, blah. Like, how far does it go for you where you feel like somebody's disrespecting your health? Because to be honest, for me, I was never, this is terrible. I wasn't worried about the virus when it came out. And I'm not worried about it now because I have to get up and go to work and do everything else. I'm going to do whatever I want. I wanted a fucking haircut. And I felt like there were things that you guys could have did from the very beginning as far as wearing masks and gloves that could have prevented you or helped prevent you to get it. So how far does it go for you guys where you're like, at what extent are you just going to stop? Or
I mean, just my kids, the health of my kids and the wife,
right.
The family at the house. At the moment, I mean, I wasn't working,
right.
But I mean, unfortunately, my wife was still working,
right.
She was considered one of the essential workers at the time. Unfortunately, we were non-essential, but
okay. And how are you not?
I mean,
I need an essential haircut. I couldn't call my side piece on FaceTime or Snapchat and try to send a nude of myself, and then I have no haircut.
Yeah, the blank screen.
Okay. Yeah, it's like all down, which I don't send nudes.
But, man,
Mom, I don't do that.
But I mean, that's really it, man. I mean,
people just gotta understand.
Good,
people got kids. You can't tell somebody what's dangerous and what's not.
Right.
You just can't do that.
For kids, you just have to be extra precautious.
And at the time, I had an infant baby, so it's one of those things where it was like the risk was, it wasn't worth it. So
right. So was there anything for you guys that or people that might have inspired you to become barbers, or what made you decide, wake up one day okay, I'm gonna stop driving an 18-wheeler, I'm gonna out of the army, I'm gonna cut hair, what I guess inspired you guys to do that?
Your own boss. Your own hours, your own money. I mean, things of that nature.
I mean, I've been doing it since I think it was like 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
Just as a hobby, and I mean, I picked up the clippers and I was just cutting my nephew's hair.
Okay.
And I mean, it was just always just a hobby. Whether I was at the house.
Right.
When I went to the military, I did it out there.
Oh, you cut it in the military?
Yeah, I mean, apparently everybody found out that I was cutting hair, so.
Oh, shit.
So.
It's going to cost you a Snickers.
Nah, I mean, they paid, man. I mean.
Oh, you got I didn't know you got money. My bad.
Yeah, they paid.
Then you want to get dollars? Aren't you overseas?
You get a check, man.
While you're over there?
Yeah.
What are you gonna spend it on?
It's a job,
Is it? I'm not familiar. So I'm not familiar. Okay, I'm sorry. No offense to anybody. I really don't know. I really don't.
I mean, you're stationed in the United States, so I mean,
I thought if you were in Afghanistan or something.
I mean, I did one tour, but I mean, even then, I mean, you could go online, do some online shopping. I mean,
oh really?
They got addresses over there, so. But I mean, it was just a hobby, and I came back. Like I said, went to school, and I just didn't like it, man. I mean, I was like,
it's not for me.
Another thing, I mean, I was driving to Dallas for 7 months.
Ew.
Just to go to the job, and
I
mean, driving back and forth for 7 months, and then I was like, I got to do this.
I kind of want to interject real quick because I just thought about something funny about the Army. When you're in high school and you have the recruiters or whatever, that this guy picked me up from my house, hot. And and he picked me up, so I was like, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? And so he picked me up from the apartment, and I was like 17 at the time. I know, he was so fucking fine. And so they make you take that test, right? Like the pre-test or whatever. I was the person that just guessed on everything, and if I pass, I pass. If I don't know. So that's how I treated that test. The recruiter got so fucking mad at me. And on the way home, the hot guy who picked me up was talking to me. He's like, man, you should really consider, I think it'd be really good for you. Like, you get to go to if you're overseas, you just sit there and play Xbox all day. I was like, yeah, but I can stay home, play Xbox myself. And then in the Army, I was like, I did ask and I did tell. You know what I mean? So what's that? So I just kind of went that in there. Shout out to the guy. I don't know if you remember me, but you were fine. Hit me in my DMs at soyandg on Instagram, darling. What about? We're gonna share this. Make sure he sees it, right? I don't know where the fuck he's from, but he was fucking gorgeous, darling. God. Okay, so what about for you, Marcus? What I guess. You said that you were a truck driver beforehand. And so what was there something, I mean, you said you were cutting your family's hair and stuff like that, but was there something that was just, all right, fuck it, Like, what inspired you to just like pursue it one day? I'm sure it was risky.
Yeah, it was risky. It was just, I honestly just just got tired of doing what I was doing. Just try something new. Something like if this didn't work out, I could always go back to truck driving. So it was it was something just to try out, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, I could just go back.
Yeah, and your wife is a registered nurse too, right? Mm-hmm. Is that baby? Hold the fort now. I gotta go.
Yeah,
good for her. Yeah,
well, she pushed me to it, so she's like, I got everything. So that's
I just want to go ahead and put on record too. Your wife's name is Michelle.
Michelle, yeah.
Yeah, Michelle. She's fine too. I will say that.
Yeah, she's bad.
I'm not into. Yeah, she's bad. She's a bad bitch. Yeah, you know she eat her collard greens and cabbage. Yeah, yeah, she's fine. She looks fucking amazing. I saw her. I was like, hey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
she
not
does.
into chicks. Yeah.
She is.
So what do you think? Okay, so. You know what I like about Elite Barbershop? Okay, so the general idea that I have about barbershops is that it's loud, rambunctious, and loud music, and we're all just like. I went to a barber when I go to New York. Shout out to Augie's Barbershop in Mastic. I don't know if he's ever going to watch this, but shout out to him. There's a town called, anyway, he has a barbershop. And they're everything you would picture like Dominicans in a barbershop. Like loud vaping, loud ass music. I feel like with y'all's is more of a chill vibe. What was the inspiration behind that, and why do you think that sets you apart from other barbershops?
I mean, just being in the Hewitt area, of course, and just being able to experience different types of barbershop,
right?
And just kind of incorporating that into the Hewitt environment,
right?
But I mean, it's just when I was younger. I mean, I was going to the University Barbershop. That was the barbershop that I was going to when I was like in middle school and high school, and I mean, just it was a lot of older gentlemen in there. I just remember going in and you just sitting there waiting to get a haircut. I mean, everybody just talking,
Right.
So that was the kind of just the way that I was kind of leaning towards. As far as the barbershop, just more traditional, but at the same time, kind of spice it up with a little bit more modern style.
Yeah. And there's free beer.
And there's free beer.
It's free fucking beer.
No more for you.
I know, no more for you. Whatever. Yo, I went in there and I was drinking. Remember, I started talking all that shit. I told the whole story about what happened last year.
Man. Once he started drinking, man, he started telling everybody business.
I don't tell everybody.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? Let me just say something real quick, because I'm gonna go ahead and clarify that real motherfucking quick. I never talk shit. I only say the truth about people, and it hurts their fucking feelings. What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? So if I said something about you, it's probably it was the truth. I don't know what to tell you. But we'd be in that barbershop acting fucking stupid. Well,
most definitely. We do definitely love when you go in there.
Yeah. Does Marcus love it?
It's what?
He asked me when you're going. Marcus, hey, is Andrew coming in?
You want to know what? He knew that I was going to make you uncomfortable the entire time.
I told him, I was like, I already know we're going to get some questions. Remember that one time we were talking about barbecue, and he was like, oh yeah, I love links, and me and you were looking at each other like,
he said, no. He said,
we were like, you're on your own.
I love sausage in my mouth. Yeah, we're like.
Yeah, we were like what?
Because it's fucking great. But you know why I fuck with you so heavy is because y'all just go with it. Like, I'll be like, oh fuck him, he can't come back here. And nobody else did that either. I will say.
But at this, also too, even the other customers, the clients that come in too. I mean, just you being in there interacting with them too. Cracking jokes and stuff. Man, I mean, it's.
I had cut somebody. What was it yesterday? The guy said he met you at the George's at the bar. Him and his wife, older white guy.
Oh my God, Marcus? Hayden?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Shout out to him. Yes.
Yeah. That was him. Wow. He was asking about the podcast. I said we're gonna be on tomorrow. He's like, yeah, it's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, him and his wife are fucking crunk.
Yeah,
that's what he told me. Yeah. He was telling me some stuff. I was like,
the wife's head. I can't think of it off the top of my head what her name is, but we are friends on Facebook with Marcus Hayner. Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, I met them by fluke at George's one time. I went before the radio show to have a margarita. I love my mango marg. Shout out to George's in Hewitt, by the way. Yeah. Kevin and Anna did a favor for me. I have to give them a shout out. But they have the best mango fucking margaritas, and I was sitting there having the drink, and they were just there, and we just started chopping it up, and I loved them ever since. I haven't hung out with them since, but. Yeah, they were fucking cool.
He did say that because you had asked if he told you any kind of crazy
crazy stories. Because
he was like, no, he had to leave. He had to leave.
What?
He didn't get the drink because
I think I told him the story about when I was in Mexico and I'm banned from Mexico now. Did I tell you? I told you guys that story.
You told us that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't told the listeners. Can I just say it real quick?
Yeah.
Short version. I went to Mexico, best friend's wedding, Jaime and Lupita, because I tell everybody this story. It's fucking great. I haven't said it on the public affair, but I went to Mexico for my best friend's wedding, Jaime. They were not ready for Andrew motherfucking G and Damian Carmona. And so, because I was very eccentric and they're all very Catholic. And so, and the pastor that married them. And so,
Nobody say
he was fine. He was fucking fine. And so, and everybody, anyway. So I was there, I was lit. And there was a guy there, and he was like, we were just chopping it up or whatever, and he was very into me. Like, I caught the garter, and he wanted to put it on my leg. And the camera's not going to get it, but I said, you have to put it all the way up here. And he did it, and he fucking did it. And I knew he was in at that point, because I know. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I told Kutis and everybody else, I'm a fucking player. I got this. I know when I can get in your head. And so anyway, the guy and I, like, kind of snuck off, and he was making out with a girl, right? Which did not stop me. And so, but somebody came and picked her up or whatever, and it was just me and him. We snuck off to the woods. We didn't do anything too crazy, okay? Like, we did, whatever. And so we came back, and the person that I was friends with at the time met a girl there, and they were kind of kicking it off. And she told them, your friend, everybody's talking about your friend, how he's a whore, and he's this and that. They called him a Pika. Like a Pikachu, and I love Pikachu. So I was like, that's why I was so attracted to you. You know what I mean? And so she goes, yeah, they're calling him a whore, this and that. And I was like, oh shit. He was like, when you got lost, because my phone had died, and they were looking for me. But it was like a little village. Like, you could find me. It was just, I was in the woods on the left. You know what I mean? By the water fountain. And so, I said, okay, look, the cat's out of the bag. Yes, it's true. We snuck off. We did whatever. It was nothing too serious. Like, he's not pregnant. And and so I was branded like the whore of town. And the only person I was worried about was my best friend Jaime and Lupita, because they're very well known in that town. Yeah. And we went out to Summer Palace. Shout out Summer Palace, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, guys, look, I got to talk to you, because I don't know what's going on. But they're like, just don't worry about it. just leave it on. Like, Jaime's my fucking boy. Like, he never fell for the gimmick, nothing. Yeah. He didn't give a fuck. And I guess they handled it. So I'd say I'm banned from Mexico. Yeah, I don't think I can go back. But it's been a few years. Like, I did a post, and I think they said I can come back.
Yeah.
I don't know how Pika's going to find it. But he was cute. I would have totally got him his papers.
You might have to go searching like the Pokemon games,
Oh, yeah. No, I know where to find him. Let me tell you something. Damian, you can walk around that whole town in 15 minutes. I know where to find him. I don't know how to get to Damian, because it was like in the fucking woods, like in the cornfields. But I could find him, and he was fine, too. He ended up deleting me on Facebook after that.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I was like,
man, they're deleting you now.
We were supposed to keep it between us.
Yeah.
And but I couldn't help that somebody saw us, and then word spread.
I mean, you said it's small though, so
it's a small town. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his little girlfriend found out, because she was giving me evil. She was like, the whole after they would make out, because I was giving him a kiss on the cheek. Okay, anyway. You know what I mean? But I can't help that. I love that fucking story. I love that story so fucking much. I'll tell you the full version. I told you the full version. We don't have the time today. Yeah,
you can say it next time.
Next go around. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole segment about that. It was fucking great.
Yeah,
but
you got it. I don't know. I mean,
well, I'm definitely not banned from anyway. Because there's been other places. So I know my dad's gonna hate me. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so congratulations on opening the barbershop. So how long has it been? It's been about a year already, right? 2 years?
No, sir. Since the end
opening
up the barbershop.
Wait, no. You didn't open last year?
I opened up in February this year.
Almost a year. Okay, we're just a few months shy. Whatever. It's been almost a year.
A few months.
It's too many drinks already.
Has it been already? Only a few months?
I've been cutting your hair for like 2 years.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so Elite Barbershop has been in Hewitt since February. Okay.
This year.
So what's the plan next? So Marcus is your right hand man, but let me just say too, Marcus and Sid are badass barbers, and shout out to all the other barbers in town too. There's a lot of people that shout out to Steve, shout out to Joe Cuds, Zay Cabral, Stefan, Kat, girl, Chris. All of them.
Just all over Waco.
All over Waco. So many talented.
So much talent here.
Yes.
Shout out to Santos.
Oh, Santos. Yeah, shout out to Santos. Hey, Santos, what's up, man? No, he's cool. I just remembered where I remember him from. So
we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. Shout out Santos, man. We're cool, Santos. I love you, man.
Yeah.
No beef between you and I, Santos. But I love you, man. Anyway.
Nah, for sure, though. There's a lot of very talented barbers here in Waco.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean,
shout out to Mondo, too.
That one
one slipped through my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but Yeah, but I mean, I'm just blessed to have Marcus here next to me.
Right. So, do you plan on sticking around long term? Like, is this going to be something longevity for you at Elite Barbershop, or?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you guys seem like a pretty tight group. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean,
nah.
Like I said, we.
Oh, you're not tight. What? I'm sorry. I have an appointment on Saturday. Go ahead.
No, Sis is a good guy. I mean, it's not just about money. So
Okay.
he looks out for you. When I came, it wouldn't. He would check on you. You good? You know, gives you clients. Does anything to promote.
Right.
So he just don't take your cash and just, whatever. So he just.
It's more than business.
More than
it
business,
is.
definitely.
It's more of a passion.
Yeah.
It's more of a passion.
I think that's great too. As a leader, I think it's great to help your subordinates. Is a terrible word, but the people under you kind of like reach to your level, and it shows that you're not selfish or anything.
I mean,
so
just being able to. Because I met him in, like I said, barbers. We met at barber school.
Yeah.
And
we clicked in. Like I said, we have the same goals and same views.
Just seeing him, cutting hair and just the way he was, his personality. Just being real humble.
Right.
Family man. But I mean, just being able to see him grow from school to now. I mean,
Appreciate that.
He's excelled.
Very talented.
I mean,
yes.
he's excelled, man.
I love watching his hair. I love watching him cut hair too. I hate when you.
That's why I always.
You turn my chair around on purpose. I know you fucking do.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I get so mad. I'm like, I'm trying to look at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my back now. But the same views on the barbershop, like you were talking about earlier, because with the barbershop, the kind of scenery, we want to make it like okay for the single moms. A lot of times, moms will get intimidated to come to a barbershop.
Yes.
Like you go to a barbershop and you got a lot of barbers.
Right.
I mean, shout out to them, but sometimes they get intimidated, and they all the single moms that come there, they love the view,
the environment.
Okay.
and just the chill environment. So.
I do notice there's a lot of single moms. Shout out to my girl Ruby. I don't even put her little business out there like that. I don't know if she's still single, but anyway, she gets her kids' haircut there too. She said I recommended them. Yeah. Maryland.
You recommended a lot.
Yeah, you helped out a lot.
Yeah,
man.
I tried. You know what? And the reason why I did it too was, I mean, I believed in you guys from the beginning too. I will say, and again, shout out to my previous barber. Shout out to Zay. Shout out to Philip. Shout out to everybody that cut my hair before. But to anybody, you have been my favorite. Definitely, consistent with the time. Very prompt, and I always appreciated that. And watching you both. Do what you guys were doing, and I saw you come from school. Yeah, and so I was impressed with that. I'm really happy that you are where you're at today, and you're also on the public affair. Man,
definitely a blessing, man. I mean,
happy for you, man.
Thank you.
Good.
I appreciate it.
I mean, ever since I met you, you've been positive, and I mean,
I try. Some of these bitches be pissing me off.
Just kind of brush that off, man.
Yeah,
brush it off, and
well, I had China from fucking WWF trying to fight me on Facebook, and I was like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here." I don't know. She deleted me, but anyway. So yeah, I really am proud of you guys for everything, and thank you for coming onto my show. It really means a lot. I hope that we can help each other in the future, and I appreciate you guys sponsoring.
We already are, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
just
it.
The support we have, and all the love and support you show us.
Yeah.
Same thing with us. I mean, supporting and all the love for the public affair. Yeah. I mean, just keep on reaching for the stars, man. I mean, you're on your way.
I appreciate it. And it's like one of my sponsors from Arjun Painting, Juan Arjona, I was alive on him on Facebook, and he said it so perfectly in the live, because he said, he told me, shout out all your sponsors, not even just me, shout out all your sponsors. We're all over here, just here trying to make it here. We're all just trying to like do our own thing, and I love that we can all support each other. I mean, everything from you guys to my other sponsors that I named previously, like it really is a big blessing, and I appreciate you guys, believing in my project as well. I mean, they got a sign of me on at their barbershop.
Okay.
They got the sign up there and everything. So shout out to Rock Ready. But anyway, well, is there anything else that you guys want to leave us with? Can we get your socials, like your social media, not your social security
card? Whoa.
Maybe your social media, so that
working on my name over here,
so the listeners can follow you. I can get it other ways. But anyway, so the listeners can follow. Can they follow you on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, with the shop. Okay. On Instagram is elite_barbershop_Hewitt, Texas. Okay. Facebook, Elite Barbershop.
Right.
I mean, my personal account, Isidro Leonel Rodriguez on Facebook.
Instagram Marcus _Guerrero, and that's my Facebook name. So It's nothing. It's not the barber. Nothing. It's just my name.
Just Marcus Guerrero.
That's
He's
it.
being humble, darling.
Humble.
Well, is there anything else you want to leave us with, guys, before we wrap up?
Shout out to you. Appreciate all the love and appreciate
you.
Sid. My wife holding it down when I'm at the shop, the kids and everything. So
shout out to Sid's wife too, because I haven't done that. Shout out to Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Love her. She's fucking great. That birthday party was lit. That birthday party that we had a few months ago was lit.
Yeah, you was lit. You showed up lit.
I sure did.
Yeah.
I got on the phone with somebody and said if I was there, I'd go down on you about that party right now. So I got in trouble for that. But anyway.
We really appreciate you inviting us.
Thank you.
We finally here, man. We finally here on the public affair.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
just
couldn't
seeing the
wait.
poster since you started, you know, since you got the posters, just seeing the poster on the wall. I mean, like I told you earlier, man. I mean, it's a talk. It's a talk of the barbershop.
Well, thank you.
You know, people are starting to notice the podcast. Hey, who's that? Hey, that's Andrew G. Make sure you check it out, man. Check it out. Like, subscribe, and you know, just kind of go more on your sponsor, Arhon.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just all here just to support each other,
support each other,
and you know, help each other get to the highest point. You know. But I mean,
and
that's what we're here for.
I thank you guys for all the love again, and again everybody else that supports the project. Like, it really has exceeded. I get emotional. Like, it's exceeded.
He's
everything.
Really crying.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna cry.
I'll start crying.
The podcast has exceeded everything that I even imagined, and like, just to me, 400 views on an episode is like really a lot.
No, that's
like
good.
That was way more than I thought it was ever going to be, even when I started. And so, like, to have the support from people like you guys, especially, like, because we've been in it since the beginning.
Yes.
And again, all my other sponsors, and even the people that just text me or say, oh, I just love your show, it's just so funny and I can't wait for Monday and this and that. Like, it really means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
thank you guys. Yeah, for sure. We're all just here. Hold it down. Let's fist bump on camera.
Oh,
why you gotta knock out the mic?
I fist bump the mic over here, man.
Well, everybody.
Too much michelada over here.
Well, we are gonna go out for dinner.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm excited. We haven't decided where yet, but we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And so before we
I
go,
got some mango margaritas.
oh yeah, that sounds
I
good.
like
Some
mango
nacho.
margaritas too.
From George's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hungry too.
And I'm already drinking a michelada, darling, from Fat Boy
man, I don't
Botana.
finish mine, man.
Michelada and Botana.
I finished
So
mine
now-
already.
I
I'm
need to eat the
ready, y'all.
snacks on top.
Junior, shout out to Junior. Junior, I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish
Yeah, these
it.
are really good, man. I
Definitely.
can't-
Really
Good. I
really-
told you
a lot
guys.
of flavor,
Yes,
flavor.
Junior's gonna be so
I
happy to
didn't
hear
even eat the
that.
snacks on top, man.
I tore my shit up in the car.
Yeah, remember it fell though. It fell.
It tipped over just a tad.
Yeah.
So, Junior, thank you again so much for donating these. They're really, really good. I'm going to finish mine now. I just didn't want to do it during the show and sweat like I'm already sweating now.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I do want to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors. Let's start with S&I Landscaping. Luis Valenzuela is the person behind that company. They're a local landscaping company that specializes in lawn care, tree trimming, tree removal, concrete work, and more. They also sell trees and flowers at the local flea market, space number 132. So make sure you guys go check out S&I Landscaping. Contact them for all your landscaping needs. And I'm not going to end the show without naming one Elite Barbershop, who sponsors this show. Marcus and Sid are the people behind that, and they're hot, and I look hot. So you want a barber that's hot, that's going to make you look hot, right? Because I'm hot. Yeah. Sid cuts my hair. Marcus is super effing bomb. They're located in Hewitt Drive.
Yes.
Call the number on the screen to book or download the Cut app to do that. Everybody, thank you again for your support of the public affair. It's only going to get more lit from here, so stay tuned. And always, Waco, keep it between us.